I've ordered some rain for tomorrow. The sky will be sunny but wet. Right out of nowhere, you're suddenly there, and I say, hey, pardon me, haven't we met?
I've ordered some sunshine.
Sunshine. Nice scenery there with a thumb. I'll say, pardon me. Accidents can happen. Into one, I gotta slide. There's a good chance in finding romance when two hearts collide. I know that's how it has been with Juliet. I know somewhere I read that Romeo said, haven't we met? Well, some haven't we met? And that's not shall get, and that's not shall lose. So the Bible said, and it still isn't news. Mama may have, and Papa may have, but God has the child. That's God is all. That's God is all. It's the strong kid of the pockets don't make the grave. But God bless the child. That's God is all. That's God is all.
Got my own. Got you well here.
Welcome to your. There's no turning back. Even while we sleep, we will find you acting behavior. Turn back. Everybody. The world. It's my own desire. Oh, help to make
candidates for graduation, distinguished guests, families and friends. My name is William Guerrero, Vice President of Academic Affairs, and it is my privilege to welcome you to Chandler-Gilbert Community College's 28th Annual Commencement Ceremony. Thank you for joining us this evening. We ask that you please turn off all of your cell phones so as not to disrupt this special occasion. We will now proceed with the commencement ceremonies. You are invited to stand for the presentation of the colors, the national anthem, and the Pledge of Allegiance. The colors will be presented by the Hamilton High School Junior ROTC. The national anthem will be performed by the Chandler-Gilbert Community College's Vocal Jazz Ensemble, and our Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Student Body President Jose Claremont Perez Cabello.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please join me as I say the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be Thank you, Vocal Jazz Assembly, for that beautiful. Makes sense. I didn't say it. Thank you, Vocal Jazz Assembly, for that beautiful rendition. I would like to introduce Dr. Greg Peterson, President of Chandler-Gilbert Community College.
Good evening. Good evening. That's much better. Candidates for graduation, we are so proud of you and so honored to be able to celebrate with you tonight. For 28 years, Chandler-Gilbert Community College has been graduating the best students in the East Valley and in the nation. And once again, you have earned that. As you know, we are the Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes, and tonight you represent the spirit of the Coyote. Your achievements are such a big deal that we have a very special guest joining us this evening. The 10 community colleges in the Maricopa County are governed by a board of elected leaders dedicated to student learning and success for all. And this evening, one of the 7 governing board members is in attendance. Please join me in welcoming Governing Board Secretary, Mrs. Kathleen Wynn. Thank you again for taking your time to be here tonight with us. I would like to recognize another important leader in our community. As you know, Arizona has benefited from the rich legacies of the Native American tribes who cared for these lands for thousands of years. Chandler-Gilbert Community College rests on ancestral Native lands, and we honor its history and are humbled to be placed in the position that we are in the service of the Southeast Valley. It is my pleasure to introduce Governor Stephen Lewis as the Gila River Indian Community. I would like to thank him for his leadership in our community and for being here tonight. Thank you. Now we have many important people with us this evening I'd like to take a moment to introduce. Candidates, we recognize you are the most important people here, and we will come back to you, we promise. But first, let's talk about some of the people that helped you get here tonight. First, you're here tonight because of what you've learned and who you've become through your academic courses and programs. And that wouldn't have happened without our life-changing faculty. And if I can ask our faculty to stand to be recognized and thanked for the hard work that you do on behalf of our students. You are truly the lifeblood of the Coyote. Thank you. I want to especially thank this year's President of the Faculty Senate and our Grand Marshal, Donna Thompson. Second, you're here tonight because of the many staff and administrators who keep the college open and running and create a culture of belonging and support for our students. Staff and administrators, would you please stand to be thanked for your part in tonight's success? You are the arms and the legs of the Coyote, and we can't move without you. I would also like to thank elected officials, community leaders, and community college district officials who are attending tonight for their continued support of the college. Thank you for coming and joining us this evening. You are the stars that help guide the Coyote, and we're grateful for your guidance and your light. Finally, I'd like to thank those who really got you here this evening. They might have even driven you here this evening. Without them, you would have had to maybe walk to campus. You might have gone hungry. They were there, and they had your back when you studied late into the night. They listened and supported you as you questioned whether or not you could do this, and reminded you that you could. They helped you figure out how to balance life, how to continue moving forward. They even listened to you when you complained about that assignment that you really did not want to do, and then they brought you coffee while you did that assignment. Tonight, we celebrate the candidates for graduation, but each candidate represents the hard work and success of so many more people, of your families and your friends who sacrificed and cheered you on. Can I ask the families and friends of our graduates tonight to please stand to be recognized? Thank you. You are the Coyotes pack, and you remind us that we need each other to be successful. Now, let's get back to you, and it's all about you tonight. I'd like to recognize a couple students on our stage tonight. First, our student body president, Jose Claramont Perez Cabello. And second, our student speaker, Jacob Montgomery. Thank you, Jose, for getting us started tonight. And Jacob, I look forward to hearing your comments. So I've always wondered what it would be like to have long hair that you move out of your face. Now I know. Please allow me to share some statistics about you. The class of 2019 consists of 1,543 graduates, with 461 earning a certificate and 1,362 earning an Associates of Arts or an Associates of Science degree. The youngest student graduating tonight is 17 years of age. And the oldest student graduating is 61 years old. Each year, we have more than 4,000 high school students who take college courses through our dual enrollment program. A total of 4 of our dual enrollment high school students are graduating tonight with associate's degree. At the same time, they're graduating high school. I want to congratulate all of the students who have participated in our dual enrollment program on their progression to tonight. The class of 2019 has excelled academically and achieved great honors. Students who are graduating with academic distinction have a cumulative grade point average of 3.5 or higher. A total of 723 of you fall into this category. That is phenomenal. If you are one of these students, please stand to be recognized. Please be seated. The class of 2019 has also excelled in its commitment to civic and community service. This year alone, Chandler-Gilbert students gave 9,772 hours of service in our local communities. Students, please stand if you are a part of any of these service activities during your time at Chandler-Gilbert. Congratulations. There is an even greater service members of the class of 2019 have provided. Among you are 75 veterans who have served our country and protected the freedoms that allow us to gather and celebrate this evening. Dear veterans, will you please stand to be recognized? Please remain standing, and we'd like to invite any other veterans in our audience to join us if you'd like to stand to be recognized as well. Thank you. You may be seated. As I look at you, I'm reminded of a story of a young coyote who dreamed of exploring and changing the world that lay at the edge of her forest. To get to that world, she had to travel up and over a very large hill. At first, the path was easy to follow, but as she climbed, the way grew steeper and more difficult. Trees and bushes often blocked her path. In some places, the path split off in multiple directions, and more than once she was forced to double back and retrace her steps. There were nights that were harsh and cold, and at times food was hard to find, and the coyote would go to sleep hungry. On a particularly dark and difficult night, the young coyote wondered if she should give up on her journey and return back to her home. In her greatest moment of doubt, she heard the howl of another coyote further up the hill. She realized she wasn't the first to travel this path, and hope filled her heart. Gathering her courage, she forged forward on the trail, letting the other coyotes' call guide her. Using all of her strength and will, she finally arrived at the top of the hill. There on the hill sat another coyote, and the young coyote joined him as he stared across the world that stretched for miles in front of them. Exhausted and a bit disheartened, the young coyote cried, "The world is so big, and I am so small. I barely made it this far. How will I ever change it for good?" The older coyote looked at the young coyote and smiled. "You have already changed the world," the older coyote said. "Look back at where you've been. You have changed yourself, and the world can't help but be changed for the good." With this new wisdom and a little more courage, the young wolf continued on into the world. Dear candidates, you too have changed yourself, and in doing so, you have changed our world for the better. Please raise your voice as the older coyote did to guide others forward. You are the first of many in your lives who will follow your examples. And with a little wisdom and a little more courage, continue forward in making our communities, our nation, and our world a better place. Congratulations, class of 2019. Now I'm going to take a quick liberty and do one more very important thing. Stay right there. Now back to the decorum. I would like to introduce Veronica Ippolito, Vice President of Student Affairs, who will introduce our student speaker.
It is my pleasure to introduce Jacob Montgomery as this evening's commencement speaker. Jacob credits the incredible faculty with sparking his interest in his program of study, creative writing. His experience with instructors and courses at the college have given him a new perspective on the world and a sense of purpose. Upon his graduation, Jacob will continue his education at Arizona State University to study English and creative writing. We look forward to reading his first novel, already in progress. Please join me in welcoming Jacob Montgomery.
Thank you. Howdy, guys. How's it going? Good evening. Governing board members, Dr. Peterson, faculty, staff, administration, family, everybody. Thank you to everyone who was here to congratulate, celebrate, and be a part of the commencement ceremony of amazing students. Graduation is an achievement of grandeur and notability. So please give a round of applause to our graduates. I'm honored to speak to each and every one of your bright and shining faces today about dedication, determination, and persistence. This is a trinity of success, which I would include as reasons why we have this many graduates among us today. I'd like to start with lyrics from the song Glimmer by Forfing and Imba. Make all of your goals so certain. Your future's bright, so bright, don't ever close the curtains. Life will tumble down until you're really hurting, but everything can come back and that's certain. Life ain't promised, you should live assertive. Live without fear, it's so concerning. Every day's a new chance, you better start learning. Alrighty. Thank you, thank you. From this moment forward, we'll need dedication every day of our lives, the same way we've needed it up until this point today. Dedication of time is an investment, whether it's in relationships, business, school, or in passions and hobbies you have. To be great at anything requires immense amount of dedication. I know each one of you was determined to get through this academic chapter of your life, and today is the reminder of what it took to get here. You spent hours to maintain classes. Some of those hours were pleasant, and others were rather grueling at times. But you were determined to get an education and finish strong to make it through this chapter of your life. Throughout high school, I skimmed through all of my classes doing the bare minimum because my passions heavily outweighed my interest for school. Eventually, when I came to Chandler-Gilbert, I realized I have a passion for learning and not a passion for school. But I've discovered that through this epiphany, I can succeed and put 100% of my effort into anything to achieve my goals, and I know all of you will too. Whether you plan to attend university, find a job or career, or work a trade after graduating, don't forget the dedication and determination it took for you to get this far. And if you ever feel like life begins to grow gloom or dark, open that curtain to the bright future that awaits you. We've all suffered, and most of the best things that come in life come after we've suffered. We've gone through trial and error. We've gone through confusion and frustration. But you've achieved your mission and succeeded. And for that, you should be proud. Let us reflect on a notable book by Carol Dweck called Growth Mindset. Her intensive research showed that a growth mindset is a willingness to apply a positive attitude in your everyday life that allows you to reap a positive outcome in your dealings and encounters with others. With this attitude, any one of us here today can make a change for the better in how we act in life and how we react to what happens to us. Since Chick-fil-A cup, I'm gonna shout them out real quick. Yeah. Since the day you started school here till now, you've gained a plethora of knowledge from classes, you've grown from thought-provoking material, and you've grown from everything around you. You've grown from professors. But one thing is, I guarantee that since you've been here, you've made a difference in the lives of those around you. Your persistence to make an impact in your academic career thus far is a notable achievement and won't go unnoticed either. Each of us has had our own journey to make it here. So whether it took you 2 years to finish or 6 years to finish, you have achieved that goal, and that won't go unnoticed either. Persistence has gotten you this far. So when you go on to bigger and better things in life, because I know you will, persistence will be the guide to success to achieve whatever your heart desires. You were born unique, different. You were born the lucky one. You were born to be you. Don't waste this precious opportunity by pretending to be someone else and following their path. Be dedicated in whatever you do, and don't give less than your best effort, because none of us, and I mean none of us, have tapped full potential. And now more than ever, we are going on to test the impossible and achieve anything. With what we've learned here, I believe all of us can and will unleash our full potential in all of our future endeavors. To the parents, spouses, aunts, uncles, cousins, significant siblings, or friends, whether they're here to be a part of this exciting moment or not, I encourage you to thank them for their overwhelming and loving support, words of wisdom, guidance, kindness, and never giving up on us and our dreams. We would have never made it this far without you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jacob. Okay, at this time, I would like to invite the Grand Marshal, Donna Thompson, to share a few remarks and present to you this evening's graduating candidates.
Every grade is an opportunity. I know that was such a teacher thing to say. I promise there won't be a quiz at the end, but there might be some group work. Earlier this evening, President Peterson reminded us here today on the ancestral native lands and asked us to honor the many diversities still connected to this land on which we now gather. Part of this history is genocide and forced removal of indigenous peoples from this territory. But maybe you don't care about history or land. How about children? Did you know that Day was the National Day of Remembrance for missing and murdered indigenous women and girls? A 27 asserts that Arizona has the third highest number in the country. Think about the phone informs you of every Amber Alert, and if you're of a you may read on this cartons. Yet most of us know nothing about the thousands of missing women and girls in the Americas, let alone in our own state. That's a problem. While this is a contemporary issue, its roots extend back to the 15th century. Leanne Guy, director of the Southwest Indigenous Women, address violence against indigenous women and girls, we must also acknowledge and address and eradicate the race, patriarchy, capitalism, and misogyny that is deeply rooted in founding very systems that as long as we are seen as relics and examples, we will continue to be rapeable and killable. Past behaviors and policies, all that history influence our present. Relation action. You don't have to educate yourselves against scholarship funds for your undocumented classmates. Protesting wrongdoing committed by any entity, and even just voting. It is important to discover how history connects to this land, to seek to understand within that history, to recognize ongoing injustices, to build your mind for human beings, and to help construct an equal and existence for all those who reside here. It is to all of us. So, faculty, parents, relatives, once each year we assemble to celebrate with those who have reached this significant milestone on the road to knowledge and high achievement. These candidates for graduation have completed gets indicated for the. Therefore, on behalf of the faculty of Chandler-Gilbert Community College, I present to you this evening the candidates for graduation. Will the candidates for degrees and certificates please rise?
Dear candidates, your faculty have certified to me and to the governing board of this college that you have met the academic standards of this institution. On behalf of the governing board of the Maricopa County Community College District, I am privileged to confer upon you the degree or certificate recommended by the faculty with all of the honors, rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Until the marshals lead you to the platform. I'm going to give you some instructions, so I'm going to let you sit, focus. When your name is called, you will cross the stage and join me in the center for an awesome picture. Families and friends, professional photographers will take photos of your graduates and have them available within a few days for purchase. But you are more than welcome to take as many pictures as you want from where you are seated. Thank you. I again extend my congratulations to each of you, and we will now individually award the degrees and certificates.
Leland Scott III. Angel Beatty. Josiah Alonzo Hairston. Amanda Scherer. Arvin Arison. Jacob Avila. Lynn Wasley. Elizabeth Scott. Benjamin Bosquet. Kirsten Reese. Thomas Dan
Victor Fierro.
Aaron Romero.
Jonathan Ore Diaran.
Vaishon Molena.
Emily Juarez.
David Luna.
Nicholas Morales.
Nicholas DeWitt. Maria Cristerna.
Taylor Campbell.
Rose.
Jocelyn Leyva.
Michelle Rotundo.
Edward Santa Cruz.
Jonathan Zimmer.
Morgan Cavane.
Kendall.
Carrie Chacon.
Albina Shelton.
Trevante McLean.
Michael Gonzalez.
Brooke Kochman.
Kia Love.
Amanda Trent.
Jacob Kobernick. Tate Morrell.
Joshua Lascelle.
Ariana Kurtz.
Esmeralda Bustos.
Kaylin Cronin.
Matthew Wildley.
Corey Baston.
Christian Rodriguez.
Garrett Lynn.
Jacob
Christopher Archuleta. Gabriel Akowili. Alejandra Gomez.
Rihanna Saradell.
Chloe Alhay.
Chloe
Emily Benrubi. Brooke Sherman. Lucas Kaufman.
Megan
Emerald Morris. Cruz.
Lynn
Sarah Sturgeon.
Cheyenne Morgan.
Nicholas Jamgoshin. David Sains. Fernando Cervantes.
Michael Amodio.
Jen Macias.
Nikita Rodriguez.
Gaston.
Joya Barber.
Wendy Guadalajara.
Emily Valdez.
Yolanda Jones.
Amy Walton.
Saeed.
Kirsten Barnett.
Sandra Dipnarin.
Colonel.
Hector Santos.
Jacob Mont.
Allison. Cassidy.
Shaylin Lamb.
Joseph Alderete. Frankie Francisco. Frankie.
Junior.
Ashley Hirsch.
John Sloan.
Turner McKenzie.
Destin Williams.
Alexis Ratliff. Nicole Mitsovsky. Barrios Flores.
Sierra Johnson.
Luca Robbins.
Teresa Postiglione.
Alexis Rodriguez.
Fernando Kubaski.
Carl Glenn.
Angie Moisen.
Alan Garcia.
Dylan Armstrong.
Tyler Barmore. Tasha Ishman.
Jocelyn Sanchez.
Isabel Brubach.
Michelle Macy.
Nicole Hall.
Cipriana Freer.
And Stephanie Reyes Beliz. Verónica Garín Saldivar. Paloma Melgoza.
Gabrielle
Elaine Chavez Martin.
Greer Van Zanten.
Jesse Shelley.
Jacob Reiner.
Jacob Armenta.
Tree Ho.
Olivia Patterson.
Rebecca Contact.
Elise Dyson.
Sean Lee.
Nicole Morgan.
Chelsea Reynolds.
Richie Perez.
Missy Ascension.
Bethany Shire.
Jesus Favela.
CJ Maravillas.
Maximilian Polhill.
Joshua Hill.
Caitlin Johnson.
Taylor Winquist.
Nicholas Azero.
Sabrina Dewey.
Janelle Torres.
Janelle Cabral.
Anna Caceres.
Lewis.
Cameron Talavera.
Annie Melbourne.
Hannah Brown.
Hannah Chauvin.
Aluchimi Alamu.
Zach Appel.
Tyler Jensen.
Reese.
Caitlin Hostetler.
Sylvia Tarin.
Justin John.
Dominic Ross.
James Chrislip. Tian Nguyen.
Kylie Mathers.
Stacy Ramdandan.
Brittany Medina. Cesar Castillo.
Jacob Figueroa.
Haley Gale Shreve.
Seth
Ariana Pickens.
Colin.
Michael Ralston.
Tyler Miller.
Aiden Maldonado.
Daniel Flores.
Dave
Carlos Nava.
Jacob Baltazar.
Javier Angulo.
Jeff Shirley Valdez Mariscal.
Selena Williams.
Emily Gabrielli.
Jessica Goddard.
Cameron McKinley.
Joseph Abiyukan.
Dane Ibsen.
James Brown.
Carla Hoyt.
Ashley Stephenson.
Lynette Taleno.
Sophie Hughes.
Devin Fox.
Marcus Madrill.
Christian Mendoza.
Daniel.
Stephen
Jonathan Althoff.
Trey Lewis.
Lanny Newton Pender.
Chango Trevelyan.
Tony Bob Holden.
Keely
Indigo Horton.
Madison McSpadden. Carissa Ajorian. Taya Snyder.
Sure.
Carlos Chavez.
Gerardo.
Amara Bricolette. Shada Ryden. Alberto Andal.
Candace Jameson.
Norman Sendler.
Justin Jazuski.
Steve Madrid.
Ballesteros.
Jacob Hernandez.
Joshua Cervantes.
Benjamin.
Louis. Adrian.
Kelly.
Jared Shoot.
Tyler Monar.
Dawson Peterson.
Taylor Peterson. Jake. Tyler.
Jared Logan Coker.
Elazar Ojeda III. Mario Velasquez Valdez.
Kenny Harry.
Jessica Bills.
Marissa Hardy. Akeisha Carter.
Daisy Sanchez.
Brian.
Cassie.
Luke.
Kaylee. Marcel Romero.
Alexander Madrank.
Nicholas Rodriguez.
Alexis Hansen.
Ashley Rogowski.
Bernice Zendejas.
Richard Castañeda.
Linda Yap.
Tanner Presley.
Paul Champagne Jr.
Roger Perkins.
Enrique Ortega III.
Ajalawit Prafa Pathana.
Jared Guard.
Shots Bogos.
Corey Bricker.
Mitchell Icasensa.
Cesar Gonzalez.
Matthew Martin.
Connor Smith.
Nico.
Austin Say.
Sheldon Rowley.
Jacqueline Folgard.
Arvanda Yazi.
Sam
Mark Brown.
Candace Brisbane.
Amber Sy-
Eli
Ben Baker.
Ashton Jones.
Spangle.
Courtney Small.
Kelly Willie.
Jacqueline Tolman.
Quinn Vo.
Ivana Rivelis.
Isabel Johnson.
Tivo Dometa.
Maria Amador.
Brian Dominguez.
Kelly
Gray.
Paige Mueller.
Emily Martirana.
Mackenzie Melhak.
Jasmine Sir.
Shailene Kawanyama.
Clayton McGarry.
Eddie Hardy.
Timothy Pung.
Sarah Dennis.
Margaret Ann Gutierrez.
Hannah Jeffries.
Heather Hilton.
Ksenia Salazar.
Haley Centino.
Amanda Vicenti.
Glad-
Ramacunya.
Anna Collins.
Elsa Diaz. Caitlin Nagel.
Emily Wynn.
Kimber Tell.
Lauren Hickson.
Nelson
That was awesome. Congratulations again, graduates. We want to take a moment. And got to give a plaque to our student speaker, and we want to recognize once more Jacob Montgomery's. Tonight, we celebrate with our graduates, not an ending of their tenure as students, but a beginning of their lifelong role as Chandler-Gilbert alumni. Please stand. You may now move your tassels from the right side of your cap to your left as a symbol of your graduation. And thank you for joining us at the 8th Annual Chandler-Gilbert College Commencement. Please remain seated. Stage party and faculty have recessed, and then you may